Welcome. This is the trailer to our craft building series number 57 that our Grey Swan Guild produces and convenes. I'm joined by Anna Hummel-Gumaelius, who I have worked with a lot over the last 3 years on the Grey Swan Guild and brings so much to the table. Anna, welcome. We are teasing out your topic.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you've come up with this incredibly good title, Leadership, Fantasy, Reality, and Theory, that just makes me want to know more. I should probably more formally introduce you. You're based out of Stockholm. You have a long history in terms of developing leadership amongst executive teams and business teams that you work with. You are an senior advisor, founder of Emerge, and a very long-standing Grey Swan Guild member. Welcome. And now, yes, let's get into your title.
Let's get into the topic. Yeah. Thank you, Sean. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this. Well, I think it's my own curiosity that brought on this this title. I know for myself, I had all these fantasies about, leaders, what they were, how they were, behaving, and definitely that everybody had their, if I can use that word, had their shit together and knew what to do. So I'm wanting to compare that to then reality. What does the panel really, what is leading really for them today in the everyday setting, both for themselves and for, leading others. And then the final part, I also want to give the participants or the people joining something to go away with, a book, a theory, a process, a model, something that can really be hands-on, that can be used the next day.
No, I'm excited. Not only am I excited, you've already sent me the bios of the people that you've brought into the panel. They're an esteemed crew of people that have a lot of credentials behind them. Tell me a little bit about the people that you've assembled for this event.
Yeah, I've got 3 great panelists that with a really broad also view of, different regions, different countries, different perspectives, and they all work in the future space, the future of leadership, I would say. I've got Abel, who's a New Yorker that has moved all the way to Sweden and now working in the diversity and inclusion space. I've got Lisa, who's originally from Germany. She lives there, but she's also lived in Sweden and studied in Sweden. And she works as a futurist with the future of retail, which is really exciting. And I've got Ricardo, who's not only built an incredibly successful incubator in Portugal, but he has also now formed an academy for young politicians and also an academy for space training. So it's a broad perspective and a broad perspective among countries, industries, and also, I'm not going to say it's super wide for ages, but still wide, because I include myself.
As the young part of that range, yeah.
Well, yeah, you'll get to see. Yeah, you'll get to see.
It's so interesting because they're a global crew of people with a lot of variety there. What do you think the interplay is going to be between each other?
I think they're gonna, both make each other curious and also challenge, of course, each other. I think they're going to come from very different perspectives, and I think we're going to get, both stories or backgrounds that will surprise, but also tools and theories that will surprise and really help people.
Now, right on the heels of your event, our Grey Swan Guild that sponsored this event is actually producing a book, and it's all about the uncertainty that we faced in the last 3 years. Pandemic, economy, supply chain issues, economic strife, and a war conflict that's pretty close to your shores. Has leadership taken on a different resonance given all of the uncertainty we've faced over particularly the last 3 or 4 years?
Well, I think that, everybody's had to step up. And some people were already ready for that and some weren't. But I think everybody's had to build resilience and everybody's had to sort of digest the fact that we do not have control. So the stance of how I lead myself becomes more and more important every day. And I think I mean, that is the core. If you can lead yourself, you can also lead others, and you can also be led by others, which is very important if you're going to be a successful leader.
And sometimes you try to plan these events to the detail, at least I do. I'm not too sure what your particular style is, but sometimes you get surprised by something. Any surprises that you either plan for, or maybe we might expect coming into this our event?
Well, as I said, I've got some teasers from the panels about these theories and, you know, their experiences. So I think that there's some surprises there. And I also had the great fortune to spend some time with Peter Senge a few months ago, and I challenged and tried him on some of these topics. So I'm also going to throw in some surprises around. For example, what he said that he would, the word he would use, or the concept he would use instead of leadership, because we had a discussion about, is leadership broken? Not as such, but the word, because there's so many sort of buzzwords around, you know, servant leadership, et cetera, and so I asked him what would he use, and I can assure you will be surprised.
I like it. I'm excited already. Maybe we'll impart that excitement to everybody. Just to do your best ad man pitch here. Look straight into the camera to your potential listener / interactive person that may show up to our event. What should they expect? What are they going to get out of this hour together?
Yeah, if you want to step into an hour of reflecting on how you can take an authentic or a leadership that's really built from your own standpoints, please join us. And if you also want to get some advice and tips and tricks and be surprised by what Peter Senge said, do join, and you will be able to go away with something that you can actually use the next day.
That's amazing. And I think it's noted, no matter where you are, I think you'd agree with me, all of us can be leaders, right? So I think this topic is probably relevant to everybody that's going to be coming in.
I think the case is that we all have to be leaders. Not everybody wants to, but everybody has to. And so that's also a question, you know, it's not just looking to other people leading, it's how do I lead in my everyday circumstance.
I love it. Well, it's going to be a great hour spent. It's going to be Tuesday, May 16th. Please join us as a LinkedIn Live. Please join us on the Grey Swan Guild LinkedIn Live. We'll promote this on all the different social media on our website, greyswanguild.org. It is 4 p.m. Central European time, or Stockholm time in the case of Anna. It's 10 a.m. Eastern time. It's 7 a.m. Pacific time. Regardless of where you are in the world, my hope is you'll be able to join us for the hour. Anna, I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for doing this. And I know it's going to be brilliant already. So
thank you so much, Sean.
Be good, everybody. See you in the future.
Yes.